there are two major issues facing mankind at the moment. Number one, should you have a Hammers Chat Patreon account? And number two, are Pringles crisps, or as they call them in the US, potato chips? And we're going to address both those things today. They're not. Then there's something different, by the way. Look, as Hammers Chat's grown and grown and grown, one of the major issues that people comment on, leave comments below and in the live chat, is on the subject of bar snacks. Well, actually not allowed to go to a bar anymore because of COVID, are you? But let's just call them snacks. And is the Pringle a crisp? It's not. That's a crisp. That's a proper crisp. We'll be getting to that in a minute. But anyway, the idea of this video to start off with was just to really advertise and try and encourage those of you that have not thought about joining Patreon to join Patreon, and maybe to try and persuade you that it might be an option when your loved one or they don't even have to be your loved one. Maybe you live with somebody that completely hates you, but they want to get you a Christmas present. What you can say is, can you get me a year's subscription to Hammers Chat, please? And for buying the whole year up front, you get 10% off. Now, what do you get? You basically get more of this rubbish and lots of additional videos as well. So if you don't like Hammers Chat, you don't really like Geo and Gonzo, I wouldn't bother. I'd give it a swerve. I'd stop the video now, quite frankly. Because I'm just really a bloke in a chair waffling on with a Father Christmas hat, trying to make it look a little bit festive. But there are 4 different tiers of patronage, maybe that's the word. 4 different tiers, 4 different levels. The first one is £3 a month. What do you get for your £3 a month? I should know it off by heart, really, shouldn't I? But I'm actually going to have to put my glasses on. I poke myself in the eye with my glasses. You get access to the player ratings series. The player ratings done after every single game. Myself and Gio, mostly both of us, sometimes just one of us, will sit down and we'll rate all the players. We're a bit ruthless. We say a few bits and pieces we don't normally say in other videos in that one. You get channel update videos where we've got an update to make. You get 2 Patreon podcasts a month. Separate podcasts. Totally separate. You get an opportunity to appear on the podcast and you get a discount in our online shop. The next tier is just for podcasts. It's £4.50 a month. What do you get? Well, what we do is we basically put everything on MP3. Not everything, a lot of things. We get match previews, reviews, cup of tea, Gio and Gonzo, plus 2 additional video audio files each week. Basically, if you're the type of person that's driving around in your car, or you just don't want to watch us because we're so hideous to look at, then maybe this is the one for you. We got the £6 a month category, which is the Mild Hammers Chat Addict. You get access to the Mug of Tea podcast, which is myself and Gio. It's a monthly thing we do. You get Skype video on match day mornings. I don't know why is it called a week. I like to call it the breakfast, the match day breakfast. So when me and Gio wake up, or we've just had our crumpet, croissant, or battered Mars bar, whatever it may be, then we jump on and we just with our patrons, link up with our patrons, we have a little chat on the morning of the game. Now, if you're completely ridiculous, this is so ridiculous, this is actually hidden on the website. You have to press a button to scroll down. This is your Hammers Chat Addict. This is £12 a month. These are plus VAT, by the way. Sorry, I probably should have said that earlier. Unprofessional, mate. You get access to pilot shows that are coming up, an upcoming series. We'll actually discuss anything we're planning on doing with you as well. You get early access to any form of player interviews. You get a discount for online store. You get entry to random prize draws. We've got some big draws coming up at Christmas. I don't mean massive pants, by the way. I mean a big prize draw. And everything in the previous tiers. You get the mug of tea. You get the player ratings. You get the breakfast. You get the whole lot. And myself and Gio are about to start up a new series, which I think with our first podcast is next week, where we discuss other things, not football at all. Maybe things like Pringles or something like that. So basically, no, we're going to be discussing, I was going to say current affairs. That makes it sound a little, we're not serious enough to stay on the current affairs tangent for too long. So, yeah, I mean, look, we're trying new things. It's not something we committed to start with a Patreon, but it's something that we really wanted to do and something we were looking at for a long time, just to be able to talk about other stuff. Because often when we do cup of tea, we find the subject drifting off into other areas as well. Whenever we've got a new concept coming up, we'll be doing different bits. There you go, Conor McGregor up there for the Conor McGregor puppet. The patrons have seen a bit of the Conor McGregor puppet and stuff like that, different bits and pieces really. So anyway, so yes, you can either sign up on a monthly basis, your monthly fee on the tiers described for Patreon, or you can ask your loved one, your friends, your family, or maybe you can buy it for yourself to pay for the annual subscription, and you get a £10 10% discount. The link is in the description below as ever. I'd like to thank everybody that has already joined up to Patreon, by the way. We're really trying to make a go at this whole video, YouTube, podcasting. Hopefully, one day, I won't have to stick my hand down the toilet for a living, and Gio won't have to go on the game anymore, which will be a massive bonus, particularly for me because I won't have a dirty hand, and particularly for Gio because he won't have a dirty hand. Anyway, on to more pressing issues. Can I just say that a lot of people have suggested that a lot of people have rallied against me when I've suggested that the Pringle is not a crisp or a potato chip. Well, it's not. And I said it firmly, and I said it with absolute conviction, and I was right. Do you know what Pringles used to be called? I'll tell you. They used to be called newfangled potato chips. They had to change the name. Do you know why I had to change the name? Because there weren't any potatoes in it. Well, not of the potato that you would think. I'll tell you exactly what's in them. Dehydrated, processed potato. That's it. That is mixed with rice flour, with wheat flour, and with corn flour to make a paste. That paste is then baked. I'll tell you the definition of a crisp. What is a crisp? It's actually behind the camera there. A crisp, or a potato chip, a thin slices of potato that have been either deep fried or baked until crunchy. That's not this. It's not a crisp. Now, people often got confused with me saying that the Pringle wasn't a crisp, with me saying that I don't like Pringles, I don't like regular. I was saying Pringles are horrible. I wasn't. But they are. I was just merely saying that they weren't a crisp. Look, this is a crisp, all right? Right, look at this. Ultimate roast potato crisp. I'm sorry I haven't got a more pristine packet. The packet's all scrunched up because basically they've been ravaged and they've been eaten because they're nice and they're gorgeous, right? Main ingredient, potato. There's virtually nothing. Potato, sunflower oil, and some flavourings. That's it. This thing, uranium, plutonium, starch, pomegranate. There's no pomegranate in there, to be fair. I don't even know why I said pomegranate, but it's a load of old nonsense in there. Reconstituted duck, it's not. But anyway, out of all the Pringles, out of all the nastiness of the Pringle, the cheese, it's not cheese, is it? It's the sour cream and onion. I thought it was cheese and chive. Maybe we've discussed this before. I'll give you the I'll show you the test now. The sniff test. Not that one. All right? Watch. That's not nice. I mean, it's pretty vile. That is pretty nasty. It's just nasty. It's like old socks or something like that. Watch. Roast dinner. Stuffing. Turkey. Chicken. Sorry. Roast potatoes. Yorkshire pudding. Just nice. That is nice. That is nice. Now I understand the argument that Pringles don't rip you off because they're full to the top, right? As she says on there, look, it says nothing half full about this can. It's a can. How can it be a crisp? Crisps don't come in a can. Coca-Cola or other fizzy drinks come in a can. I wonder if Pringles will sponsor. They probably won't sponsor this video. I'm not really doing. Maybe the Co-op Irresistible Ultimate Roast Potato Crisp want to sponsor. This is basically like a money grab. I want Patreon money. I want money from the Co-op. What I will say about these crisps, I just called them crisps. I just called them crisps. What I will say about this bar snack is that my children have eaten them all. But all I will tell you now is my children are no barometer for anything. Just because my children think they're tasty doesn't mean they're nice, doesn't mean they smell nice, and doesn't mean they're crisps or potato chips. They're not, right? That's all I'm saying. I will concede that the salt and vinegar Pringles snack ain't bad. But it's not like a kettle chip, a salt and vinegar, like a sea salt and black pepper and vinegar kettle chip, is it? Let's be perfectly honest with you. And even this, look, if we're going to go down the realms of not really eating potato, what was it again? Modified, rehydrated potato paste. I mean, come on, mixed with rice flour and corn flour and wheat flour. If we're going to go down that route and have a non-potato snack, then what's wrong with a frazzle? What's wrong with a chipstick? What's wrong with a Quaver? Actually, there's quite a lot wrong with a Quaver. They stink as well. When you open up a pack of Quavers, it doesn't even smell like the food. If all you did was you'd never actually tasted one, they're marginally better on the palate than they are in the, than smelling them. But if all you ever got to do was you'd never tasted one before, and someone opened a packet, put it under your nose, went, here you go, eat some of that. You go, oh, no, I'm all right, thank you. Don't even get me started on skips, by the way. Now, I'm expecting a lot of thumbs down. In fact, I'm expecting more thumbs down over my opinions on bar snacks than I am about the shameless plug to try and get money out of people at the start of the video. There you go. There you go. Give it a thumbs down if you so wish. Make your point. Play your case. Tell me why Pringles are the best snack available. It's not nice. It's not nice. Hold on. It's good for a drum. That's about it.